Now available on Kickstarter, John Haynes at Death's Door. The man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this all-new Kickstarter exclusive John Haynes comic book. Put in your pledge and get the standard, variant, or retro covers of John Haynes at Death's Door and other great stretch goal rewards on Kickstarter today. 2 months ago, former Denver Broncos wide receiver Brendan Langley was confronted in a United Airlines terminal in New Jersey by a United Airlines worker who saw him with an alleged wheelchair carrying his luggage. Now, this airline worker decided that he was going to confront Brendan Langley and insist that he purchase a luggage cart for $5. However, your Brendan Langley paid him no attention, and this individual then escalated his behavior to a verbal argument, and then as they were having the verbal argument, he decided to assault Brendan Langley, and your Brendan Langley then gave this individual a two-piece, which knocked him into the luggage area and left him bleeding. Now, in the aftermath of this assault, which was shown on video and went viral, your Brendan Langley was arrested and he was charged with assaulting the United Airlines worker, an airlines worker who was fired by United Airlines for inflicting an assault on a customer. Now, 2 months later, it looks like the district attorney has changed his mind as related to the criminal charges filed against your Brendan Langley, and he has decided to drop all of the charges as related to the assault which took place in the United Airlines in that viral video. Now, I believe that this is the right decision for the district attorney, because clearly there was no case of assault as related to Brendan Langley. Brendan Langley did not start the altercation in this situation. No, the worker started this altercation, and this worker started this altercation because he saw that the smooth world of the airline that he was working for was being disrupted. This individual took it upon himself to go out here and try to enforce the rules without following the policies of United Airlines. He decided to make up his own rules for enforcing policies as related to United Airlines by confronting Brendan Langley over the alleged misappropriation of this alleged wheelchair, and he decided to go out here and confront your Brendan Langley instead of going out here and just processing his luggage. He decided to go out here and create his own rules and policies. Now, usually when you work in customer service and you see an individual participating in something like what this individual alleges Brendan Langley participates in by using the wheelchair, what most customer service representatives go out here and do is they just process the luggage and they keep it moving. They realize that there's too much at risk as related to their jobs to get upset over somebody not purchasing a $5 luggage cart. They realize that there's more at value than the $5. So they understand that in order to keep your job, sometimes you have to just say, okay, whatever they're doing, and you just process the luggage and keep it moving. Unfortunately, when you have a beta male worker like this beta male, what they can't understand is that the world is not going to be perfect like they want, because most beta males, they want to live in a smooth world and they want everybody to follow their rules as related to things, and that's why they go out here and start arguments over trivial things like whether or not somebody is using a luggage cart or a wheelchair, because this disrupts their smooth world. They get to the point where they want to get emotional, and once they start to get emotional, they start to go out here and want to go out here and take things personal. They don't understand that in the world of business, sometimes you just sit there and just process the customer and keep it moving. It's not about what they're doing, it's about you keeping your job. And part of keeping your job is minding your business as related to what the customer is doing. If the customer is doing something, then it is on security and management to deal with that. You, as a customer service individual, are just supposed to process the individuals and keep it moving. Unfortunately, this beta male, he didn't want to go out here and just process the customer and keep it moving. No, he wanted to go out here and be a hero and try to make a bigger impression on your United Airlines by saying, hey, I'm going to go confront this customer over this trivial matter, and I'm going to go out here and escalate this. And he was hoping in his covert contract that the people at United Airlines would see him as some sort of hero. Unfortunately, the management at United Airlines didn't see him as a hero. No, they saw him as being insubordinate, and they saw him as being insubordinate because he decided to go out here and violate company policy by going out here and, one, arguing with a customer, and two, going out here and putting hands on a customer to assault the customer. And your Brendan Langley, he went out here and all he did was defend himself from an insubordinate employee. And this insubordinate employee, he went out here and got knocked almost out by Brendan Langley for the incident that he wound up starting. He was the one who, again, instigated this incident, which led to your United Airlines possibly winding up in a situation where they would wind up liable, and he wound up in a situation where he put the company at risk. And this is the main reason why United Airlines terminated this individual, because this individual had no right to go out here and physically confront Brendan Langley. And the only reason why this individual wound up confronting Brendan Langley, I believe, is because Brendan Langley was a black man, and this, whether he was white or Hispanic, man saw a black man going out here and violating what he thought were the rules, and that's the main reason why I believe this individual wound up confronting Brendan Langley and escalating this incident into the violent incident that went viral on social media. Now, I'm really happy to see your Brendan Langley receive justice and vindication in this situation, because your Brendan Langley did absolutely nothing wrong in this situation, and he did nothing that led to somebody wanting to, one, argue with him, and two, wanting to go out here and put hands on him. He did nothing to lead to him winding up being assaulted by this worker, and he did absolutely nothing that would lead to this worker going out here and stepping out of bounds as related to his job. Now, in these customer service jobs, yes, I've worked in them, like when I worked at the City College Science Library, and yes, you would see people going out here and, in some cases, as related to policy, flouting the rules. But as a customer service person, your job is to process the individual and keep it moving. Whatever they're doing, you let security and management deal with. You do not go out here and engage those individuals, because once you step from behind the counter and engage the individual physically, this is where you wind up putting yourself at risk, and you wind up putting yourself in a situation where you might possibly wind up becoming personally liable if this person winds up getting injured, or you wind up injuring them. You might, in addition to the company being liable, you might wind up becoming liable, and that's what this individual wasn't thinking about as related to Brendan Langley. He wound up putting United Airlines on the hook, and he also wound up putting himself on the hook. So this situation, I believe, yes, Brendan Langley did get justice as related to the criminal justice system, but he also now can file a civil lawsuit as related to United Airlines, as related to them going out here and allowing this individual to assault him. And he can also go out here and file a civil lawsuit against this individual if he wants. And now I also believe that the prosecutor's office needs to prosecute this individual because he was completely out of line, and we need to send a message to individuals like this that you are not allowed to go out here and assault customers. No, if they are not following the rules of the business, as this guy alleges, then it is for management and security to deal with that. It is not for you to go out here in your customer service role and call yourself enforcing policies. And again, this individual could easily be charged with assault because he was the one who first put hands on Brendan Langley, and he should be punished to the fullest extent of the law to send a message to others that racial profiling will not be tolerated, and that if you racially profile a black man, there will be punishment for that. There's more to this than just this guy losing his job. He also needs to understand that if you go out here and racially profile someone, you are going to be punished by the criminal justice system. That's the other thing that I believe needs to happen here, but I highly doubt that it will happen. But I believe it should happen because this individual, with his racial profiling, he really went out here and showed that there are a lot of these racists in these kind of jobs, and these people need to understand where the line is. We need to set a standard for things, but I am really glad that Brendan Langley doesn't have to deal with a criminal case because he, again, did absolutely nothing wrong. All he was looking to do was leave the Newark airport and go play football in Canada. All he was looking to do was go out here and do his job. Unfortunately, the irony is that as this beta male was trying to do his job, he prevented Brendan Langley from being able to do his job for some time. And now all of these charges have been cleared. And again, I'm really happy for your Brendan Langley because he did absolutely nothing wrong in this case, and he was wrongfully arrested, and he should also be able to sue because he was, again, exercising his rights to defend himself, and everybody has a right to defend himself in these kinds of situations, and they have a right to protect themselves, and that's something that your Brendan Langley did in this situation, and that's something that everybody has a legal right to do, defend themselves. Now, if you want to learn more about how the people like this customer service representative go out here and wind up believing that they have a right to racially profile people and participate in dysfunctional beta male behavior like this, you can pick up my book, The Man Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Man Crisis on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's Aspiring Angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS Legacy. Sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS Legacy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.